last video, we discussed about the type of the programming structure before we come to the function. So we did focus on the selection and also looping. From this video, we get to know the basic functions, the concepts, and also we'll try to discuss about the parameters or arguments we will use in the function. And if we can, we stop on the return value of the function. So let's start to our parts. So let me go to our code. So we have this last time until the 3135 with this looping. And now for this 3.2, we try to recap what are the functions. So we use this 313.5 to discuss about our random generated number and ask a user to do the guess. And here, what we can do is a function is not too much tricky thing or strange thing. It's just to try to package a certain line of codes into one named function, the definition, and you can use this at as many as of your time. So let's revise this one. So 3.2. So what we will change is we have this import random that is not in the function parts, but we will package those items or the activities into one function. DEF is the Python's keywords to define a function. So you put a DEF, then with a function name, and then with this comma. Then what you need to do is in school, this kind of the included part should be indent of those. So let's see. So whether all of them we should put that here. So if you put indent, you don't have this error message, but it's not exact the same as the 3135. So first we generate one random integer between 0 and 10, and we have total count days, and we don't need this one. So we have incorrect. Is correct equal to false, and the print game is started. And let's make this short. And then you can see here we use if. So if not, so here. So all these are still same. Or maybe we just keep using this one, so then we don't need to change anything. Then all these are correct. Then what we can do is I will call the play game. So let's run this. So you can see here. If you don't call this, so let me Ctrl+C. So if you don't call that, then if you run this, it's nothing, because you just define our function, but no any code to call this function, to load this function. So that means is if you build a function with a definition, you need to use a certain way to call that. So when you call that, you will get this running. So yeah, so still have chance. So let me start to do this the change, so I can start to play this game. And then that is the initial the knowledge we need to remember is using DEF keywords to define our function. Remember, you should have these parentheses, but within this function, there's empty within the parentheses because we don't have any parameter for our function. This kind of the definition is similar to what we have used on print input, because all of them are function, but those are the predefined function by Python system. So you already use those. So we don't have any return number, but primarily is you should define a function with a name, and within the parentheses you should have the parameters. And then after this comma, you have this body of your function. You can have the numbers of the code like here. And in the last, if you need, you should return our number. So that is our number. So for example, if I move to the next chapter, so we can come to here, then we starting to define certain parameter. So when we have this parameter, we should distinguish two terms. One is called the parameter. Actually, that is just the defined parameter. When you define our function, so that the definition is a parameter is a variable in the function definition phase. And we also have another term as argument. Argument is the value passed to the function when it is called. So when you define a function, you define our parameter. When you use our function, you use our argument, transfer into the function, and then those arguments mapping to the parameter, then you can start to use your argument to apply to the function's code. And we also have this default parameter. When you define a function, you can make some definition with the default value. And also we have some the irregular length of the parameter. So use these star arguments, the star keyword arguments. You can use make them as the additional positional parameter or additional keyword-based parameter. So let's do some tests altogether. So first one, we try distinguish what this the parameter and the arguments means. Let's create our 3-3-1.py. So here is we starting to define our function called handle file. So actually here should not have our space. So you can test from your part. Within this one is not like last function. So we have our parameter. First is count. Secondly is cost, time. And with a comma, now you're starting to have your the definition. So just our print with a function format. So you will process count, means how many files, documents, and estimate to take cost, time, minutes. So those is our definition. We print something, and those use those parameter, and which parameter is transferred from this parameter, and we are waiting for some argument from outside. And then so this is done. And what we will do is handle count. So you can see here, when they say handle count is 5. So we define our handle count, and then we're starting to call. So handle file. So ignore this space. So we use handle count So it means our argument is our variable equal to 5. So this 5 is mapping to this count, and we transfer another is use 30 minutes. So let me save and run. You will process 5 documents, use this argument, replace this parameter, and print inside your program your function, so 5 documents, and estimate to take 30 minutes. So this 30 minutes is the second argument, and then they transfer to your function and replace to mapping to the second parameter, cost time. And this cost time will be used inside your function like this variable. So that is the way you transfer some arguments into your function, and then when you call them, you will utilize your the customized way. So that is the big the usage for this kind of the way of the function. So if you see here, if I have 3 times of documents, but I have efficiency, so I only have double minutes handled, so you will have 2 call the function. So first is 30 minutes, second is counted as the 3 times of handle count, so 15. And double of your minutes. So here, when you use your argument list, you can use some operations to calculate something, then you get this result, and this result will be transferred into the functions as the parameter. So that is the way is you define our function and you define the parameter, but within this function, we don't have a return value yet, but we practice the argument mapping with your parameter. So that is the argument and the parameter. So let me make this as 1, and I copy this, and we continue test. So if we transfer our the functions arguments, but without doing the same, this sequence is still okay. So let's change on this. But if you want to transfer time first, you need to explicitly mention this. Otherwise, this 30 will be treated as this count of the documents. So if I see I want first count cost time is 30, second is the handle count. So let's compare. So if I do this handle file is the handle count, and if I just transfer this, and the count of the handle is the handle count. So let's compare these two. So you can see here, the second one is still you generate a correct result, because cost time I clearly define this is the cost time. So they will find your parameter correctly, and same as this time is the count, so 5 and 30 minutes. But the first one is generate the wrong result because you don't mention that, but you just by yourself you switch the sequence of your arguments. So they will mapping one by one by order. So 30 they will read that as count, and the handle count will read by the cost time. So try not to use this way, because this way will be generate a wrong result, prevent like this. And again, let's continue. So 332, what will told us is we can define the default value or for our parameter when we define our function. So here is I want to say by default it will be 30 minutes. Then I don't need to transfer this 30 minutes again. So I can ignore this. I just transfer handle of count. So you can see here, they will read your default value. But if you want to override the default value, you can mention that 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Then you can see here, let me save and then run. So you can see here, the new arguments value will replace your default value. So this is very direct understanding. And then 333, we are talking about if you don't know how many parameters will be matching to your the arguments, you can leave those star args and star keyword args in the end. So let me copy this. What this means is I still have this default value, but I have this star argues. You can see here it's also auto complete. So keyword args. I suppose it should be this one. Let's see. So because this looks like on this Python version is getting error. But let's just have a way to print our arguments type args and print type keyword args. Okay, so looks like it's still error. Let me just try to count. So first, we just have this handle. Let me see, I got error. So this star argument may appear only once. So this one is not correct. So this will be, so sorry, it's double. Double star and the keyword. Yeah, I forgot the second star. And then you will process 5 documents, take 30 minutes, and arguments. First is a tuple, second is a dictionary. So that is what we expected. Then is starting to utilize those. So we have a handle time, handle account, and 60, 80, 90, name, span, age is 18. So what we will get? You can see here, you have replaced this default value 30 minutes by 60 minutes. So that's the first 2 arguments mapping to this first 2 named parameter. But then after this 60, all those are not predefined, so they will put into those arguments or keyword arguments. So when there's no any this definition with name, they will be mapped into these star arguments. So those 80, 90 will be put into args, and the class is a tuple. Just our non-changeable list. And if you have a name equal to something, then they will put into the keyword argument with 2 star, and this is defined as a dictionary. Then you have also some the additional values you can use within your the functions. and that is what we want to mention here. And also, let's talk about this return value. So let me create 3-4. So we didn't mention the return value because we just did all the processing within the program. Now let's do our calculator. So if I want two value put inside, and I just wanna give our default the symbol is plus. Then I go to our result is none, and if symbol equal to plus, then I will make this result equal to A plus B. Let's see. So just else print wrong symbol, and what we will demo is we will return this result, and what you will get is the is you call this calculate, and you give our 43 and our star. Then let's see. Oh, let me save. And so I need to print this. If I go that, I will print. You see, it's print 45. So that is the way is if you calculate something, you want to return a value, and when you call that, this variable will get this return value. So that is the simple things. So I hope I don't go to the other things. You can keep practice on this simple calculator. But I hope within this explanation, you have ideas on this 3.2 to 3.4 already. The next video we will put in this assembly package discussion. Thank you for watching.